Melanie. Today we're going to go over how to do proper punches with a closed fist. So, there are a different variety of punches. So you have the straight punch, you have the hook, uppercut, the outside hammer fist, inside hammer fist, downward hammer fist, as well as back fist. So, we're going to go over all of them. But before we do, we're going to go over the different types of fists that we have in martial arts. So first off, this is just the open hand. So that's good for palm strikes and grabs. So you can go ahead and grab. You can move around, redirect. There are many different things that you can do with it. Next is the knife hand, which, as you can see, is not completely straight. It's slightly bent to give a little bit more stabilization when striking. So you can go ahead and strike properly without hurting yourself. Next is the open fist, also known to me as a monkey paw. So yeah, the open fist. Now, the last one is the closed fist, which is like that. Now, when you're making a fist, there's only one real method on making a proper fist. So, first off, we're going to open up our hands, both of our hands just like this. Now, you're going to go ahead and close your fingers like that to make it nice and straight. Then you're going to curl your fingers down and put your thumb right here at the bottom. So both of your fists are just like that. Another way to do it is to grab a pen and just grab it. Put your pen in the middle of your hand and there you go. Pen, pencil, straw, it doesn't matter as long as it's a small item just like this. And that's how to make a proper fist. Normally, a lot of times people will make a fist and keep their thumb out when they're trying to hit, or they put their thumb on the inside, or they put their thumb right here on the outside so it pokes out just like that, or they do like this. Which this one, there's actually a method to what you're going to use this one for, but it's also very similar to the single knuckle fist, which you guys can see right here. But those are specialty types of things that you would use it for. Now, when doing the straight punch, there is two types of straight punches. The first one is the twisting straight punch, where it comes from the hips or from the guard position. And then you also have a forward straight punch, or the center line straight punch, which will be used in Wing Chun. So first off, we're going to do the twisting one from the hips. So from the hips, right here, both hands right here, palms facing up. Now, starting with my left hand, I'm going to bring my left hand out, but as soon as my elbow touches my waist, as soon as it leaves my waist, but from here it's going to slide up, and as soon as it leaves my waist, that's when I'm going to twist it out, okay? So for the palms face down. So from the side view, right here, my elbow just now got to my waist, and when it leaves, I'm twisting out. Now, when punching, you do not want to extend your elbow all the way. So as you can see, my elbow is fully extended, but when I punch, I just want to have a slight bend to it so I don't hurt myself, especially with my partner here, Mr. Bag. So Mr. Bag is going to be my partner for the straight punch. So from here, with my left hand, I'm going to come up and turn. Now my elbow is slightly bent, so I don't hurt myself. Once again, right there. But what part of the fist are we supposed to hit with is another thing that we have to talk about. So you have the flat side of the fist right here in the front. That's the flat part, okay? But when you're hitting, you actually want to turn your fist slightly down and to the side so you only get these two knuckles right here. So when punching, you're actually turning to make sure that these two knuckles are the only things that hit. Boom, boom. Okay? It takes a while to get used to, but once you get it down, you get very used to it very quickly. So you don't ever want to do flat. You can, but there's not much power that's going to go into it. You want to focus all the power into these two knuckles. So from the twisting punch from the hips, okay? And then there's a twisting punch from the guard position, or the standing guard, basic warrior stance, fighting stance, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So from here, as soon as my fist leaves my face, that's when I twist it. So no matter which side, it automatically twists for it. So with my, I'm going to do right leg forward. I'm going to just turn from here. Boom, boom, and it comes right back. Palms facing my cheek, then palm faces down. Back and forward. Okay? The next one, which is a hook. So there's, so the next one is a hook, but a lot of times people will do a hook like this, palm facing down. So there's nothing wrong with that, but unfortunately, if you miss or you just barely touch them, you're gonna hit with your ring and pinky finger, which that could hurt a lot. Imagine hitting something right there, and it's hard as a piece of metal, okay? Or you're trying to hit a board, and you do that, and you only hit with these two knuckles. That's gonna hurt. So, best method is to turn your fist, just like that. Another way to look at it is, if you're holding the pen just like this, and you grab it, that is how to do it. So, when you're doing it, it's just your knuckles that hit, all four knuckles. Instead of just hoping for these two knuckles, you might hit with these two knuckles, but why do that when you can get all four knuckles, right? I always tell my students, like holding a mug of root beer, okay? When you're in the guard position, you're drinking the root beer, and then when you're doing the hook, you're holding the root beer. A mug of root beer, that's the best way to do it. So when you're hitting, all you're going to do is you're going to bring your elbow up and extend out, but keeping your elbow completely bent. You want to bend it to like as if you're showing off your muscle, okay? But instead of showing off your muscle like this, it's right there in the front. So you're just going to hit just like that. When you're in the guarding position, it's a quick hit, okay? Always remember that when you're hitting, always want to use, especially for the closed fist, you want to use the knuckles, okay? The next one is the uppercut. The uppercut, this one is a little different. So each martial arts style has its own version, but one of the most controlled and best ways I learned was through MCMAP, or the Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, as well as Muay Thai. So from this guarding position, what you want to do, I'm going to use my left hand, is just bend your knees, put your hand out, palm faces you, okay? And when you stand up, you just pop up. Pop your hand up, like you're showing your muscle, like you're going, yes, good job, like that. But with your knees bent just slightly, and up. One quick pop, other side, quick pop. You're going to use all four of your knuckles on that one. Palm faces you, back side of your fist faces out. Sorry for my piece of paper, it's just flapping in the fan. Okay? So, the next one is the hammer fist. So there's three types of hammer fist. So you have the outside hammer fist, coming from the outside of your body, the inside hammer fist, which comes from the inside of your body, and then the downward hammer fist, which goes from the top of your head straight down. So the best way to do it, showing your muscle, just like that, and your palm faces you when you turn all the way to the front. So that's how it goes. So palm faces you, show your muscle, and palm faces you the whole way. Show your muscle, palm faces you, all the way out. So if I'm hitting, it goes right here and right here. Okay. Next one is the inside one. Now the inside one, imagine being Batman or Batgirl, and you pull up your cape. So it's the same thing, palm faces down, pull up your cape, and when you open your cape, that's how it's going to stay. It's going to stay down the whole way. So up here, just like that. Cover your face. Okay? Cover your face. Okay? Imagine you're coughing and you cough into your sleeve. That's another way to think about it. You're Dracula and you're hiding your face. Okay? Different ways of looking at it, but you want to cover your face. Palm stays facing down the entire way. So So if I'm doing it from here, palm faces down, palm faces down. Okay? So there's that. Next one is the downward or the vertical hammer fist. Okay? This one, very easy. Touch the top of your head with your finger. Okay? All you're going to do is raise your hand up like you're in class. You're going to close your fist, face it towards you, and go straight down. Same thing. Raise your hand and go straight down. Okay? Hand up. You're making the fist. And then when you come down, your fist is pointed on the inside, so you're going like this. Okay? So no matter which way you do it, your palm always faces towards you. Okay? So if I'm doing it to Mr. Bag here, I'm just going to hit. Okay? And then the final one, which is the back fist. So the back fist is very similar to the inside hammer fist. The only difference is that this one, I'm going to take my hand, keep my palm facing me, make my fist, and hit with the back side of my fist. Okay? So, still going to do the Batman thing. Hit. Hit. Okay? So each one has its pros and cons. Now, another punch that I didn't get to talk about, which is the center line punch. The center line punch from when we're doing our forward punch or straight punch, the center line punch comes from the center line, and it extends out to the center line. So unlike the twisting punch, where as soon as it leaves my hip, and I twist, or as soon as it leaves my face, I twist, the center line punch in Wing Chun and some other forms of Kung Fu, we start from the center line. So when I'm hitting, I just go straight out. My knuckles are the only thing that hit straight. There's no twist. Just from here, out, here, out, here, out. So if I'm hitting Mr. Bag, and I'm in my fighting stance, when I hit, I'm just going to hit the exact same spot, the center line. And it's my knuckles that hit. So if I'm striking, I'm not going out here, I'm not going out here, I'm not doing it in different spots. You know, well, it doesn't look like different spots, but it, you know, this one spot right there, I'm just hitting the exact same spot while guarding my center line. There is an importance to the center line, which is a video for another day, but other than that, thank you so much for watching.